In today's video, we will be going through American Horror Story, Episode 11 and Episode 12. Birth is the 11th episode of the first season. Let's get started. In 1984, when Tate was a very young child, and Constance and her entire family lived in the same murder house. Then once while playing, Tate went to the basement, and there he was attacked by the spirit of Thaddeus. Then the spirit of Nora, who died in 1922, helped Tate to escape from that evil spirit. And to pay off that debt, Tate made a relationship with Vivian, so that he can give the baby in Nora's hand. But Tate no longer wants to give that child Nora, because he loves Violet and does not want to separate her from his brother. Nora says, "Anyhow, I will take that child." Then in the present, Ben is taking Violet out of the house to meet her mom, and he doesn't know that Violet is a spirit, and she cannot go outside the compound. Ben takes Violet in the car, but Violet returns to the house. Now Ben is not in the house and Vivian is in the hospital, so only ghosts were controlling the house. Those who came to know that Vivian is going to give birth to children early, and those two children were wanted by three people. One is Hayden, the other Nora, the third is the gay couple, and they were going to fight among themselves as to who would take the child. And fourth participant is Constance, who is alive, and she also wanted a child because he was Tate's child. So now the three ghosts and a living woman were going to fight for someone else's child. But now Tate has improved, and that's why he tries to stop this gay couple, but they don't listen. Violet then asks Constance for help to save her brothers, and Constance also agrees to help. She goes on to explain to Chad that you will not be able to raise that child. And meanwhile, Constance tells Chad that she also has one grandchild among those children. That is the child of Tate. Constance says, "If you want, you can take another child of Ben, but forget about my grandchild." Chad says, "We want both babies." Constance says, "You are not suited to raise children." Chad says, "No, we will not raise him, but kill him after a year so that he remains a child forever." Constance's friend Billy Dean is a paranormal expert. These people take advice from her, but she is unable to tell much. She just tells a trick so that Violet can kill that gay couple. And for this trick, they needed both the couple's things. So Tate goes to Patrick and starts provoking him. Patrick gets in the way and starts hitting Tate. At the same time, he also says something about the relationship with Chad, which makes Chad angry. And meanwhile, Tate takes out Patrick's ring. On the other hand, Vivian and Ben leave the hospital and start coming to Murder House. But Vivian still did not want to go inside the house. So as soon as he reaches there, Ben goes to that house to pick up Violet. Violet tries to convince him a lot that she cannot go out of the house. But Ben feels that Violet has done some drugs. Violet gets fed up and says, "I am dead, and you take Mom from here to keep her safe." Ben doesn't believe her and starts taking her away. But suddenly Vivian's womb starts hurting and she was about to give birth. Then Constance comes there, and reluctantly he has to take Vivian to that murder house. Now you must know that a surgeon was the first to die in the house, and also a dentist and two nurses. So there was no dearth of Dr. Souls in that house. So the spirits of that house start delivering Vivian. And meanwhile Ben also comes to know that Violet, that is, his daughter, is also dead. And who is there now is actually a spirit. Now both Constance and Ben were also watching Vivian's delivery at home. Vivian's first child. Dr. Charles gives it to Nora, and tells her to take the baby somewhere. Meanwhile, Violet tries to exorcise the gay couple. Their thing's thrown in the chimney, but that doesn't work. Chad tells Violet that he no longer wants a child. He also reveals that Tate has raped Vivian and that the second child is his. Knowing all this, Violet gets very angry. Here, as soon as the second child is born, Constance takes him because he was Tate's son. And once the operation is done, all the spirits disappear. Only Vivian and Ben are present here, and poor Vivian is dead because of excessive bleeding. Ben cries a lot, now that neither Ben had his wife nor his daughter, because both were also dead. And neither did his two children, because one was taken by Nora and the other was taken by Constance. The spirit of Violet breaks the relationship with the spirit of Tate. Vivian and Violet, their spirit comes together, and they cry a lot. Episode 11 ends here. Now comes the last episode, Afterbirth, which will be a lot of fun, and season 1 will end here. So at the beginning of episode 12, we see Ben, who is madly calling Vivian and Violet. Then 2 months later, Ben goes to Constance's house to get his baby back. But Constance says that of course you should take this child, but do not take it back to that murder house, because that house has snatched your wife and daughter. That's when Ben's eyes fall on Tate's photo and he understands that Constance is his mother. And it also turns out that Tate is dead. Then Ben takes his child to the murder house. Vivian and Moira's spirits are talking inside the house when Ben comes to the kitchen. and Ben still can't see Vivian and Moira. Ben talks a little with the child and feeds him milk, and spends some time with him. But later he has to put him to sleep and give his property, car, office, and all the money to his relative. Leaving it on a note seems to commit suicide. But the first time after death, Vivian stops him by coming in front of Ben. And Violet also comes there. She tells Ben that they don't know where the first child is. But you can save the child you have, and you take him away from here. And after much persuasion, Ben accepts this. And he's just about to leave the house with the child. Then only the spirit of Hayden, Dallas, and Fiona joins forces to put a rope around Ben's neck and hang him. And it is hung in the middle of the house. And finally, Ben is also killed in the same house. Then we will know about what happened to both the children at the end of the video. Then after a few years, the Ramos family comes to live in that house. Husband Miguel, wife Stacy, and their son Gabe. For a while realtor, Marcy shows them the house and the family likes the house. And the Ramos family buy this house. Detective Granger and Detective Barrios come to Constance to inquire. They want to know how Ben died and where is his child. Constance says that I went to meet Ben and Violet at their house. But when I found Ben dead, the first thought I got was to run away. But then I started worrying about that child. And I started searching for Violet, but she had run away with that child. Detectives leave after hearing this answer. But actually, that baby was with Hayden. Then Travis snatches the baby from her and hands it over to Constance. And since then only Constance is taking care of him. After that, as in the beginning, Tate came to visit Violet. This time Violet comes to meet Gabe, the son of the new owner of the house, who claims to be his neighbor. They talk for a while and that boy likes Violet. Tate is watching all this from afar, and he is getting very angry. While romancing in the kitchen, Miguel and Stacy say that they should have another baby. Hearing this, Ben and Vivian say that we have to stop them. Then Moira comes and says that there are some good spirits here too who do not wish to harm anyone. So we will help you. That night, the spirits of Ben, Vivian, Moira, and Violet plan to scare the Ramos family out of the house. To save their life, Tate goes to Gabe to kill him and asks him to stay away from Violet. Ben scares Stacy by wearing a rubber suit. Miguel turns on the gas while walking in his sleep and puts his hand over it. Lorraine was doing all this to him. Vivian warns Miguel that there is danger here, get out of here. Then Moira comes and takes him away, where he sees the severed body of Elizabeth who is talking to him. He starts to feel fear. Then Miguel and Stacy come to the basement, where Ben and Vivian scare them a lot. Meantime, Violet comes and rescues Gabe, and tells Tate to leave forever. The three of them were too scared, so at the same time, they leave the house and run away. The spirit of Violet, Ben and Vivian is imprisoned at home along with other spirits, and thinks that from now on they will not let anyone die in this house. Then we get to know about Vivian's first child who was possessed by Nora's spirit. But Nora is unable to handle it. So Vivian takes her child close and decides to take care of him. And she makes Moira the godmother of that baby. And the second child is with Constance. That is, both the children were also safe, but the story does not end here. This is shown to us at the end of season 1. That was the child that Constance had and was Tate's son. He has grown up a bit and has killed Flora, the babysitter of his own house. And that child was actually demonic because he was a child of a spirit, as Billy Dean said. With this episode 12 also completes. Here's also season 1 of American Horror Story. If you like the explanation, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.